guys, hope everyone is doing well. So for today's video, I actually have a VOD. We're gonna do a VOD review of a game that I played 2 days ago, I think, on my climb back to Grandmaster, which is not going the best, but I mean, today was my I had 2 bad days at the beginning, and then today we had our first good day, so hopefully it's gonna keep this way. If all my days go like today, like we should be able to make it. Anyway, for this game, guys, I would have to admit I actually voted FF at 15 minutes, and I usually like never or almost never do, but here like it was just not going my way, and this game felt completely unwinnable to me. And I mean, I'm gonna spoil, but we end up winning it, and I'm curious why did we end up winning it. So we're gonna try to watch that and see if we can learn some things from my team's POV, how we can come back again, but also from their team's POV, and try to understand how they threw it and what we should basically not do. So we're gonna play it. The game is a bit long, but I will try to make sure that the VOD is shorter than the game, just by passing through the like lull states, lull moments where nothing is happening. So it's Nautilus, Braum in bot lane with Kai'Sa and Aphelios. It's like late game hyper carry with like melee support that has engage and disengage. So for me, whenever I see these kind of bot lanes, I'm thinking that it's a matchup that can snowball pretty hard. I don't know the specifics of this matchup, but all I see is that if one of the bot lanes fall behind, it's gonna be very tough to survive the enemy bot lane engage, basically. Then mid lane, it's Talon versus a Blanc, so same. I don't know much about this matchup, I'm not gonna lie. It just seems hard for Talon if LeBlanc knows what she's doing. The good thing for her is that she has TP and he has Ignite, so maybe he can get some few early kills. And then I'm facing Volibear top, and Tryndamere versus Volibear. I think it's actually a skill matchup. You can look to beat Volibear through short trade. So something that I realized, it's that he's gonna put his mark. I think it's his W. Yeah, he's gonna put his W, and look at that. He's marking you for 8 seconds, and it's on a 5 seconds cooldown. So whenever he marks you, you have 4.5 seconds to basically fight him, and then you try to just disengage before he's gonna get it again. And at the very end, when he's gonna get his mark back, that's when you wanna get back in melee range. So here I was just like waiting to see with which spell he started. He didn't even like use one. And the good thing also versus Volibear is that you can actually force him to push into you. So, well, laning phase is not what's the most interesting to me. Okay, I mean, I guess not too bad. I would also stay in that. I should stay in my minions right here and get damaged by his passive, so my Fury stays up. That's a mistake that I did right here. So I took that trade just for my Fury to stay up. That would have stayed in the minions and took damage. Okay. So yeah, laning phase is not what's the most interesting to me this game. So unless we have something really interesting, I'm just gonna skip through most of it. So you want to try as much as possible versus Volibear to buffer your auto E away on his Q. And here I've been failing to do it twice. Anyway, so we have a first blood on mid lane. It was not even close. Well, he's basically jumping level 2 versus level 3, so... so whatever. I guess we're not gonna learn much about the matchup. We're just looking at that guy. Okay. Well, here again, it's like 3 times that I don't buffer my E on his Q, and it's like such a big part of the matchup. So if I don't manage to do it, it's okay. I can just like let Volibear perma push. That's a good part of facing Volley. It's that he cannot really freeze the lane, or doesn't want to. Look at what I'm doing here, by the way. Okay, pretty proud of that one. If I don't pull those minions, actually the wave would bounce back to him. But because I pull them closer to the middle of the lane, this threatens a freeze. Now this wave is actually freezing, and he has to TP to come back. Most likely he would have still TP'd to come back, but here I'm just making sure that he has to TP to come back. Otherwise he's gonna lose golden experience. some little tricks you can use. Fundamentals, you know. But Diana was top, but yeah, he took his base. I don't think we could have done anything, so just looking for a slow push in order to get my HP back. Also, I know that I'm weak side now. Diana is pathing back to bot side. So we're just chilling and I'm gonna wait for a reset before I can fight him. Maybe I could look to contest the wave here, because I would get level 6 soon. And fight him off level 6. Okay, goes for Ghost. Yeah, I could have maybe done that. But because he has Ghost as well, actually, it's not gonna work. Okay. Yeah, that's the kind of E-buffer you want to do whenever you can. Well, not too bad, not too bad. Even if I trade my ult for his... my flash for his ult, it's not like I'm gonna... use it too much, you know. Okay, that's the kind of buffer you want to do. We actually take first Drake, so far it's not terrible. It's just Talon who died twice in mid lane, and other than that, we're just like even in CS. But I'm a bit behind top, but actually this is pretty good because now he's running really low in mana. Oh, Evelyn came again. Get Evelyn's flash. I think I can live here. It's actually pretty good. Evelyn came twice for me. She used flash to not even kill me. And here I'm just gonna keep abusing my sustain, you know. Probably call for Diana to come. Diana comes. I mean, what happens to the FF at 15 minutes actually? Because I remember this game, like, I remember being kind of mad at myself for FFing. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, I think I do remember something. Okay, yeah, I think I do remember something. So here I'm actually doing decent in terms of gold. I'm a bit ahead. My jungler is ahead. Mid lane is far behind, 800 gold. And, like, the rest of my team is basically ahead, just, like, mid-div. But I'm in small leads. So let's see. I think I remember what happened. Objective timers. There's 2 minutes on a Drake, and you remember how I'm on a drill. For those who watch like the previous videos, I'm practicing something, following a coaching that I had. I'm practicing being there for the objectives instead of just like playing the split always. These days I'm trying to find a balance already and not do it every single game. But yeah, I had this idea in this game, and I was like, well, this is not working. It's just like pushing me in, and I'm not getting anything top. So I think at some point I tried to move. Well, never mind. Well, like whenever I play Ghost versus Ghost, I should never be the first one ghosting. I also ulted nothing. It also ulted nothing. Diana could come here. She's doing Herald, which is more than fine. I have more sustain than Volibear. Now looking back at it, I should have probably went there. Look to help Diana. Because we had no info on their jungler. So if I just went and DPS'd the Heralds, that could have helped. Okay. Well, during that time Talon died again and my bot lane died. They got 2 killed. But still not looking too bad. We got that Herald. Oh yeah, I think that's when I do the play. Here I'm like, okay, my mid laner is getting completely shit on. Volibear has a freeze now, and because he TP'd again, I cannot just break the freeze right now. I will actually use that time, and we're just gonna play second Drake, and we're gonna try to have Soul as a win condition. And I think I type it at this point. I type, I'm going Drake, let's go Drake. And I have a pink ward, and I put it, and I just straight up go Drake. But I actually because I bought Kraken also. Yeah, I just bought Kraken, and Kraken is like so good damage on Drake. And I'm telling Diana to come, and Diana is just pinging me to go top. I mean, that's probably just okay. Like if we just committed on the play, I do believe that if she went straight to Drake, we could have done it. Or even if it's a 50-50, because like for me right now we're losing. We don't have mid prio. She has Ludens versus this shit. So there's no way we get that Drake. The only way we get that Drake is if we make something a bit crazy happen. So I buy a pink ward, I buy Kraken, and I'm like, let's go for that Drake. But this guy didn't want to follow, which I could understand from his point of view. He could be like, well, there's no way we get it, so let's not like cheese our way back in the game, and then just try to get back in the game, you know, through, I don't know, like abusing enemies' mistakes. And so he doesn't come. If he did come, we would have gotten the Drake, I believe. Now he comes a bit too late, and I'm like, well, there's nothing to do here, and he dies, and now he's tilted, and he's typing to me, and I'm a bit tilted also, because I'm like, bro, like, I'm trying to make things happen here. We're not following. And Volibear gets this, which I knew, like, that was the price for getting Drake. But now, the price for getting Drake is her dying, me losing top, and we don't even get Drake. And now they die bot, and now Talon dies, okay. Now it's starting to look bad, and now she dies as well. And I'm seeing all of that shit. Yeah. I know it's looking really bad. But I think it gets worse. Now at this point, I mean, I can still look to fight Volibear of my Kraken procs. But you can see that I'm starting to play pretty shit. Because I'm losing focus, and I'm really not proud about that. But I would have reasons to be proud later in the game. Okay, just the pushing waves. I know that eventually, like, this turret is gonna fall and I cannot prevent it, but I'm trying to make it so it falls as late as possible. Well, that was just like making a play out of desperation here. I think the biggest part of that play why it doesn't work just because he has tier 2 boots versus no boots. So he's running like way faster than me. And it's just like overall forced, like I'm eating all of his damage. Yeah, this was just super forced. But I mean, I'm telling you, I was not really proud of start of my game. Mental was booming. And we're gonna get at 15 minutes. And I think before we get at 15 minutes now, Talon dies again. But how did they lose the game, enemy team? How do they lose it? And they get T1 top. And they kill Diana. Now it's 2 and 14. And we're 6k gold behind at 15 minutes. And here I was spamming FF. I was like, okay, it's okay. Let's just go next. We're not gonna win with this mid lane. And Jungle got tilted after that Drake play. But I don't know who in my team did not FF. 2 of them did not. I'm guessing Diana. And I don't know, somewhere in bot lane. Or maybe it was bot lane. But thank you guys, because they offered us a good game of League of Legends. So, let's look at the situation right now. Volibear has Iceborne Tab Ice, so there's no way I ever like deal damage to him. I can just like try to hold him on side lane and they push waves. That's the best that I can do. Evelyn has Mage Ice, and I think whenever, so after like at 16 minutes and a half or something, I press tab and I see that Evelyn has a 1k shutdown and Mage Ice. And at this moment, I'm like, oh, we can win this. Just because of that. So, as I said, I'm using this VOD review to try to find ways for a team to come back, try to see what we can learn from this team winning the game, but also what we can learn from this game, this team losing the game. And I think that was the biggest mistake. Like, you just don't go Mage Ice first, having a 1k shutdown, because now if you die, you just give like so much value to enemy team. Like it's 1k gold, but then you take away the stats value from the Magi, which is probably another like, I don't know, like 300, 400, 500 gold. And yeah, that's just like super pets. So there's that. Now mid lane, Talon actually got Humus and Dirk. Where did he get his gold? Oh, but he has no boots and she has an extra Dark Seal. Okay, Talon is not doing too bad. I mean, at least we're all sitting on an item, you know. Aphelios has one in base. And then bot lane, well, they're just like pretty much winning everywhere. So there's a Herald in 45 seconds. Let's see first, like if they play for it, if they get it, if they don't. If we do, how do we manage? So let's see. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna try to look at the different plays from the different players, not only me. Like here, I'm just trying, like I'm playing the waves. Me personally, in my matchup, I know that I will not do nothing versus Iceborne Volibear unless Diana is here because she has AP damage. Me and Talon cannot even kill him. So I'm just looking to play for the waves. And here, for example, I got the wave and he's chasing me. Like this is really good for me. Like here, I was pretty happy. He just loses all of this and I get a base for free. Now they went bot and dived and got 2 kills and the turret. So these guys basically are NCTPs. Like you see, they're super winning, super ahead. And they start losing again the game and giving resource to try to defend a turret that has 600 gold. Because they want to defend everything. It's not because like you don't have to play everything. You don't have to defend everything. If you have a lead, like you can just like play for those big fights where you're like 5v5 setups for an objective. I told you about Herald. And now Herald is up. Where is Evelyn? What is Evelyn doing? Like they're giga ahead. They're 6k gold ahead. Just play Herald, snowball the game, end it fast. Okay, so we can see already some mistakes that they are doing and also some good things that we are. Same here, like why does Volibear need to proxy? That's the kind of play you want to do when you're behind, not when you're giga leading. You just bring that wave to the turret and you try to go for at least demolish proc, you know, I would say. Do we end up killing him here? Not sure. Look, he's coming. Him is dead. The Brom. And now is really good for us. Now the team that's behind is pretty happy. And why is that? Because there's Drake and Herald on the map. And we have objective shutdowns. And it's very hard for enemy team to play for both objectives. So now we're just thinking, or I'm just thinking, well, if they try to play for Drake, we just sneak Herald. If they try to play for Herald, we just try to sneak Drake. And that's the whole point. And look at me, being sneaky and calling Diana to come. And now we're really happy. So Evelyn is actually trolling this by just like her buys and then not playing this Herald when she had turbo prio top. Volibear was actually like pushing here when Herald was up, but she went bot trying to hover again, like for a turret that's 300 HP. Okay, we have a Herald now. Oh, they look to fight us 2v3. Like, okay. What the fuck are they doing, basically? I mean, this is 200 LP Masters, you know, like, so if this kind of shit happens in my games, they probably happen in yours. Yeah, probably, like, it's just that mental thing that happens whenever you see this. And it happens a lot. Like, you see, like, 14 and 2 and your head, like, that's all that matters. 14 and 2, like, they're all, like, we cannot lose plays. We should, like, we can play everything, etc. Like, this doesn't matter. This is irrelevant. The only thing that's relevant is, like, the amount of stats you have and the champions you're playing. And I think that's part of their problem. So now the 6k gold lead is only a 3k gold lead when you think about it. 4k. No, 2k now. Because we got the objective shutdown somewhere. Mid. Okay. But I know we're gonna get back to a big gold deficit. So I still cannot play versus Volibear. My AD is just kind of the same now. We're still like not ahead. We're done on Drakes. We're done in gold. Not by a lot though. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So I bring Volibear on side lane, and now I have no business to do here. There's no point in staying. He just beats me. So I'm just gonna use a bit of that time to try to move. Probably push that wave, and then either go back and defend this or fight this if it looks good, basically. So my eyes were on that fight. Oh, they get turret and 2 kills. That's like more than 1.3k gold or something. But yeah, and now look at that. The Evelyn. We're playing Evelyn. You bought Magi's. You have a 1k shutdown. You got the turret. You got what you're playing for. There's a Nash in 23 seconds. There is a Nash in 23 seconds. You're the jungler, and you're using your flash, which is on a 5 minutes cooldown, to finish off a Braum that's worth not even 300 gold. And now you give 1k plus 10 Magi stacks plus your flash for that. That's just solo queue, man. And here I'm seeing that it's not looking like too bad, and instead of, well, just reaching the fight, the good old habits came back, and I just pushed mid. Get T2. Volibear doesn't even get T2 bot now because he's defending his mid turret. And now I would move. Probably take this. And I'd say base because I would have a decent amount of gold. I mean, I feel like it comes down to number advantages and number disadvantages. Like, what play made us come back here? A 3v2, a dive 3v2 around here. Then 2v1 here when Volibear was super deep and Talon and me like fight him. Then we kill Volibear again in a 3v2 situation here. Like, it's not because you're ahead that you can just play 2v3s, 2v4s, 3v4s and shit. It comes down to this, and it comes down to this terrible purchase. And basically, like, both, I would put them in one category, which is ego. Like that's ego losing you a game or winning us a game, basically. But it's not over yet. It is not over yet. So here again, you see what I'm doing. So again, I just push as much as I can, and when I know that I'm gonna meet Volley, well, I don't wanna have business to deal with this guy. But now I don't have a good opportunity like I had previously to just like depush mid or look for a fight or something. So I'm just kinda waiting to catch waves. And now we're gonna be happy again. Why? Because whenever you're behind and there is Drake and an objective top lane at the same time, well, you can pressure to trade 1-for-1 basically. Diana is taking out vision, which is pretty smart, and you see like my team is actually pressuring this. Now I'm looking to defend, but actually like I cannot, at least not versus Evelyn and Volibear. And see, my team's call. They are calling to do this, to take Nash, because Drake is spawning, and it is very likely that enemy team is playing Drake because they're bots. Now actually I think that my nerves here, the fact that I don't ult, got pretty close, but I did not ult here. Because I did not ult here, I'm able to use Talon to kill the Ev. Now they have no jungler on Drake and Nash timer. Fortunately, I think LeBlanc and Kai'Sa are enough to defend this. And we go a bit too deep. Okay, but look at what I'm doing. Nice. Bro, I forgot about that. But I'm really happy that I didn't use ult there. And now I'm seeing that they're all on Nash, so... And Ev is dead because I killed her. And I have Kraken, so I'm finally playing for that Drake that I wanted to play for. So yes, they take Nash, but we take Drake. And as I said, when you're behind and 2 objectives are on the map, you should look for this. You should not look to contest the objective the enemy team is on, because they're ahead of you, and most likely they're just gonna win the fight. So... And here I'm looking to just push mid wave, so they cannot just push with that wave after Nash if they want to. Just buying my team some more time, buying myself enough time to purchase and go for a stride breaker. Let's say, yeah. I mean, of course, like I saw my components. Okay, and the game is still not over, of course. So let's see. Well, Evelyn's finally doing her job. Just catching people. Taking the exhausts. Also. I don't flash for that. Oh, wait. Let's see our vision. Red. So we see her here. Oh, okay, we still had vision. Oh, Diana hits that. Okay, well this is actually really fine for us. Really fine. Hop, hop. And now Volibear has... or is soon to have Hullbreaker, and now they're gonna have another... They're fighting having another win condition to play off, basically. No one can stop Volibear. That's the big part. At this point, no one can stop him. And here, again, like, I'm really happy that he's just following me, because I think that if he just went to take that inhib, Braum is not gonna stop him, I'm not gonna stop him, and if Aphelios goes and stops him, well, they can just, like, look to push at least mid-inhib mid-inhib, and then go for bot-inhib. Instead, he's chasing me, and I'm just using the straight slow to throw him. I should not kite this way, because the map is a square, should be running a straight line. Oh, but yeah, I was looking to juke with the alcove. And now Volibear is just like doing nothing, he's just like chasing me around. And they don't even take mid-inhib. So yeah, another big mistake by enemy team. So yeah, I'm like 3k gold behind Volley. But if we're doing the same thing, like I'm running and he's running, so I'm doing as much with less. So I'm doing more relatively, and he's doing less. So big mistake by him. Here, yeah, we see Kaisa just pushing by herself. And it looked like she was pushing by herself. But then they had Volibear TP, and Evelyn was stealth. I ult a bit early. I ulted a bit early. Why did I ult? Probably because it's Evelyn and she's giga fed, and yeah, if she eats me here, I'm just dead. And I don't know much about Evelyn's cooldowns, and I didn't like pay attention if she used E or not. But we still end up winning that. Yeah, we got ADC at the start of the fight. We killed Ev. Bull is out. LeBlanc is out. Again, still pushing away whenever I can. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. And and at this point in the game, like, we actually have the momentum. Like, even if we're still losing on paper, like, we've been winning the last few fights. We've been coming back from such a big deficit. So we're believing at this point, even if we're like 15 to 25. Now I'm really scared about like the thing is, it's again a big thing. Maybe the biggest thing that you can learn from that. Remember how Evelyn used flash just before Nash, and now she doesn't have flash for Nash? Well, Volibear used TP mid for nothing. There was no objective on the map. And now there's Drake, and I know that I can just match the volley. Because he cannot just like stay top, pressure to just end the game top, and then TP to the fight. If he does, he can force a fight before. And it's obviously winning for them. But he has no TP now. And why does he not have TP? Because he used it just a bit before. Mid lane for absolutely nothing. So I'm just looking to deep push, but I don't know how good I can do that. Well, we end up losing the 4v4, which is okay. Like it's like we're still behind, you know, at that point. Like we're not gonna magically win every single fight. Now again, like the fact that he's fighting me and not just the inhib is pretty stupid, I believe. Because now, yes, he took D3, but that's it. They're looking to end, but they have no mid wave. Who took the mid wave? Mid prio before objectives, guys, always. Yeah. Imagine if Evelyn took that wave, they would have ended the game. But because we do have mid prio before the objective, now we don't have this threat of them just like pushing out mid. And if we won that fight, imagine we won that fight, well, we could have ended the game through mid. That's why mid prio is so important for this, but also for vision and access to the side lanes and shit. Okay. So they actually do not end because of that. So they look to at least take inhibs. Diana is flanking. Boom. Boom. Now she's spawning 32, so I guess I will be pinging, or I should be pinging. Play Nash. Ah, never mind. Diana is dead. I'm dead. But we killed Evelyn. Okay. Nash is gonna be the next objective, obviously. We're getting to the end of the game. Well, we're probably strong enough now to play it. So we'll see how we set that up. Of course, now we have the threat from Volibear. Now you have the Volibear TP threat. So same, like I think the best play for them is just to wait for Volibear to be in a position to pressure. To like if Volibear is on this inhib, well, we have to either send 2 people on him or just basically like we're forced to send 2 people on him. If we send 1, he's just gonna take inhibs and just gonna win. At this point, he has Hullbreaker, Iceborne, Tab Eyes, a Shojin. Like no one can hold him. And maybe Diana can because she has AP damage, but if Diana does, it means that our smite is bot and they can just like force Nash. So basically they should just wait for that. Play off the splits and Volibear can bring people bot and then just TP to top and create a 5v3. Or a 5v4 if only one of us defends and he decides to move still. So let's see, are they patient enough to wait 35 seconds? It's like legit. It's not even 35, it's like 30. And here I'm kind of like, I'm shaking, you know, like I know it's coming and we're gonna try to, like, we're gonna need an answer. One shot Ev, just like this. Oh, also, where's Zonia's? Like this guy, bro, he actually sold his Medjais. He bought the Medjais and then sold it. And now he doesn't even goes for a stopwatch. This guy trolled way too much. And now also he dies before Volibear is in a position to pressure. Like this is so stupid by enemy team. I mean, it has happened to me a lot. And here, really smart by my team, like really smart. It's super tempting to just try to go Nash because their jungler is dead. But if we try to go Nash, well, first I lose here. And these guys are enough to actually try to defend it. It could not work for them, for the enemy team, but it could. So now my team decides to go for the guaranteed play, which is, okay, we kill the Evelyn. Now we have space and time to reset, kill the Volibear. He actually kills Talon, by the way. And just, you know, like take it safely, take it slowly. That was really smart by my team. A lot of teams would have just like done Nash here. And it could have went right, but it could have went wrong. Like really wrong. And if it goes wrong, the risk is basically losing the game. And the reward is, well, Nash, but you lost the game, you know. And now Volibear is still dead, so I try to push out as much as possible bot. Give myself as much time as possible. So now I'm just backing, spending my gold, and now we need to make something happen again before Volibear is in a position to pressure. So let's see. They're on Nash. They're... Yeah, they can do it. They can actually finish it. Oh, I can do control. This, no, this, no, this, no, this. Yeah, it's coming, guys. Don't worry. Oh shit. Okay, give me a second. I tried to unzoom because I learned recently how to unzoom, but I did not press the right button. I actually started recording in the client, but it actually doesn't work these days. When was it? Where were we? Oh yeah, we were here. Okay, I think it's this. Let's go. Okay, so LeBlanc was looking to zone, and she actually did a good job zoning, and she ends up living. LeBlanc thinks, well, Talon actually 1v9 the game at the end of the day. Like, I could have just... Like, that's a good lesson. Like, I could have FF'd at 15 minutes, my team FF'd, and then be like, Talon lost us the game, report Talon, etc. Or I could actually play it, give him time, and get carried by Talon. One-shot the Kaisa at 32 minutes. I mean, him plus... No, it was only him, actually. Talon is actually such a strong champion when it's in good hands. And now we have this threat of Volibear, and I'm actually pinging that I need help on Volley. Same, we could try to end, but it's only one wave, and if they depush it, well, Volibear ends the game, so we always took the safe option. And this is what enemy team failed to do the whole game, basically. Go for the safe option, that's winning. My bot lane won the 2v2 mid. I mean, Evelyn is... I mean, she has lost so much gold throughout the game. She does 0 damage with the exhaust. Like, she's only on 3 items and a half when she was like so ahead at the start of the game. And we killed Volibear with Diana. We're gonna get this Drake, and now let's see how we end it. We finish them off. I go buy my 4th item. I don't even have the gold for it. Or maybe I take my base after this camp. Okay, so I do have Hullbreaker now. Up. Well, Talon tries to one-shot Evelyn. He got pretty close, but now he's out, so we're kind of waiting for Talon. Volibear's pushing. I have Hullbreaker, so now I can look to hold him. I'm not as scared as before. And remember how before I was like perma-pinging for help. And let's see what my team saw. Just Diana going in. Insane. Insane. Well, Diana popped off that last fight. And now I know that they can look to end, but I mean, it's the same. Like, I'm kind of worried about Volibear just ending here. Also, like, they could have LeBlanc TP. Like, if I try to dev by myself, it's not even like the Volibear. The issue is like, they could look to base race and LeBlanc TPs and could look bad. Or if I let Talon defend by himself. So I'm like, well, let's just make sure, kill the volley. And now it's about these guys. Can they end 2v1 versus a Blanc? At this point, like, they're just like so super giga fed. And we have Mon, Aphelios, which is really smart, like the Mon saved them. And it's GG. So yeah guys, some lessons to take. Drop the ego on both sides. If you're losing, drop the ego, just play your game. If you're winning, drop the ego. Go for, like, it's not because you're winning that you're gonna win every play. Don't buy Medjais first on any champion. It's a meme. Don't do that in solo queue. You're gonna end your game. Don't use your sums before the objectives. Don't use your flash when Nash is spawning. Don't use your TP when Drake is gonna spawn in 2 minutes. Unless it gets you the Drake or the Nash. And yeah, just like keep your hope up, you know, like, or not, don't even hope, like, because if you're not playing to win the game, like here at this game, because I know that I'm going for a climb, in my mind, I'm playing to win. And that's so bad. That's the worst mentality you can have, trying to win, in my opinion. Like, you should just try to perform as much as possible and be focused in your game. And eventually you're gonna win some and lose some. But yeah, just play the game. You're queuing to play the game. You're not queuing to win. It's not called like winner's queue or play to win or whatever. It's called solo queue, and you just go solo and you queue and you play your game and you try to learn something. So yeah, I think from the rest of my GM climb, I would not FF game anymore, and I'm still a bit mad at myself for looking to FF that one. But it's really good that this happened. So it just like teaches me a lesson, you know. Maybe it teaches you one as well. Okay, well, it ended up lasting 42 minutes, so I didn't manage to make it go faster than 35 minutes, but not gonna lie, like, this VOD review, it's a bit for you guys, and it's also a bit for me. Like, I wanted to actually rewatch that, I wanted to learn from my mistakes, but also the good things that I did, and I'm pretty happy of the takes that I can take from that game. So anyway, guys, next video is going to be tomorrow. I think it's going to be a VOD review as well. Well, until next time, take care of yourselves, guys. Good luck, have a fun game and in real life. And I will see you next time. Peace, much love. Bye-bye.